Hi everyone! For today's video, we are actually doing my 10K Q&A from the first channel. I'm so sorry that it is very late. You know I'm horrible with these things by now, but we're finally doing it. First off, I just want to say thank you so much. The fact that we're even here, almost hitting 60K, is insane to me. Like, if you told me this last year, I'd be like, you're joshing. No one's gonna want to watch that. It is amazing. It is the amount of support and love that I receive from you guys, and the fact that you guys even just like watching the content really means a lot to me. So from the bottom of my heart, everyone, thank you so much for even getting to this point. I feel nothing but like love and support, and it is really making my dream come true. So I'm gonna stop getting all sentimental. I get all cry, you guys know that. But thank you guys. For this video, you're gonna learn a little bit more about me, okay? So we're doing the Q&A. I have everything on my phone. First question, call me? Give me those digits. Why are you the way you are? I hate this question. Next question. I don't like answering that. I feel really attacked right now. We're not answering that. I got it from my mama. Is cereal soup? These are really weird questions. Cereal is not soup, and also soup does not have a milky base, and if it does, it's typically a sauce. Cereal is in fact not soup. Debunked. What happened in your childhood that made you eat ramen with egg? All right, I know who this is from. Okay. First of all, my childhood was wonderful, and it came out wonderful. The fact that I'm having ramen with egg. What ramen do you eat without egg? You have all ramen with egg. I was blessed to be able to eat egg with my ramen. I want to know what kind of childhood you had that you don't have ramen with egg. What's your most cherished memory in gaming? I have so many. Like, I would go to some friends' houses and I would play Slash Melee on the GameCube and everything. We'd play together. We would play a lot of Mario Kart. I remember waking up super early and turning on the PS2, and it was in my parents' room, so I would have to play super quietly, and I would just like every Saturday morning play Kingdom Hearts. I have a lot of cherished memories with gaming. I think one of my favorites was when I would play Ratchet and Clank, and I had like this tiny TV in my room, and I had the little mermaid stickers all over it. And for some reason, I was obsessed with hand sanitizer and Nutella at the time. I would not eat it. I'm not saying I'm eating it. I would just always have hand sanitizer on my hands, and then I would just have like a jar of Nutella. That maybe happened in my childhood. That made me eat ramen with egg. So now I associate Ratchet and Clank with hand sanitizer. And I would just really play Ratchet and Clank in my room that smelled like hand sanitizer. So that was a pretty good memory. That was a good moment in my childhood. So boring, guys. What's the most impractical thing that I own? Let me fetch them. Exhibit A. I received this as a housewarming gift for when I first moved into this apartment, and I'm so terrified by it, but that I don't think I can ever use it. So this is a coin bank, and when you give it coins, it eats. Are you guys ready? It's gonna like eat my hand. This is what I live with. So I think this is one of the most impractical things that I own because it invokes pure terror. The second most impractical thing that I own is this Brendan Fraser cardboard cutout. But at the same time, I don't think it's impractical because if an intruder comes in and they see a cardboard cutout of Brendan Fraser, I don't think they'll want to rob my home anymore. I think he's a very good bodyguard, and he's also very welcoming to my friends and family. So I'm gonna leave Brendan over here in the background. Brendan will guard us. Brendan is now part of the video. On to the next question. What is your favorite memory involving a pet? I used to have this black cat named Cosmo, and I miss him every day. I miss him so much. He passed away 2016, so he's been gone almost 5 years. I always swore that he was like my guardian or something when I was younger, because whenever I would cry, he would always be the one to like come up to me. So this cat was very stoic. He was very not a huge cuddle bug and very hesitant when it came to people. But when his family, like he loved his family with everything in him. The second I would cry, he would immediately run up to me and start meowing and curl up on me. And he was never known as this very soft cat. So he helped me through a lot, and I miss him a lot. So I guess my favorite memory is him always like comforting me no matter what I was going through. He was always there for me. So there was a lot of memories of that. So it was really sweet of him. It's probably my favorite memory. So next question. Where do you see your YouTube and Twitch channel if you laid out on a 3-year long timeline? Wow, that is a very, very serious question. That's kind of scary. I'm hoping larger, like growth. 10 million subscribers. I'm just kidding. I'm thinking, how do you even estimate? I don't know. I just hope that, you know, that I'm lucky enough to continue doing this and for plenty of growth and just to have more fun with it. I don't really know. I don't really have a set plan or timeline. I have plans for future content that is going to blow your minds, but for right now I cannot give that answer. I'm gonna say though, big growth, big channel. We're gonna do this, guys. We're going somewhere. And you guys are coming with me. It's gonna be phenomenal. We're gonna have so much fun. What made you start a YouTube channel? I was kind of just streaming on and off, and at that time I figured what I was doing with work was I was working at T-Mobile and it just wasn't for me, and I really wanted to focus on school. And then like July, August came around of that year, and I figured, why not, if I'm having fun with Twitch and it's summer, why not kind of make content on YouTube and just kind of see where it goes? And I sort of just fell into it, and I sort of fell in love with being in front of the camera and making content. And I don't know what made me want to. It was just a mix of potential to expand, you know, the horizons, and here we are. We're doing this right now. 60,000 subs. Are you kidding me? So I would say that was a very good decision. It's great. So that's it. What's your favorite anime out of all that you've reacted to on this channel? Okay, so this also means the last channel, and I'm also going to put that as in movies. So that's a very, very difficult question. I do have to say Star Wars Episode 3 I think will absolutely take the cake. Episode 3 has changed my life, I think. I think Saving Private Ryan was also a very huge game changer, at least in terms of how I looked at the world. And on the last channel, I'm going to say that I think Kiki's Delivery Service was something that I really liked. Spirited Away, of course, classics. I'm also scared of saying those titles in case Studio Ghibli is going to take my channel down again. I'm still very upset about that. But Akira was also very good. It really was insane to me. Wow, I didn't even realize how many movies we've watched, but I think Star Wars Episode 3 and Saving Private Ryan really took the cake for me. I really do. I really like those films. So I'm gonna go with that as my answer. And for anime, the anime that really stuck out to me, not only because it was a show, was Cowboy Bebop. I have yet to watch the film because my heart is still broken after watching the series finale episode. It struck such a deep chord with me, and I think Cowboy Bebop would be my absolute favorite anime that I've watched on this channel. How did you get into gaming, and what is your favorite game? Okay, so I grew up with a Nintendo 64, and then my brother had a PS2, and for I think like my 10th birthday, I received Kingdom Hearts and Jak and Daxter. And so those games so originally it was the Nintendo 64 that I would play Mario Party 2 and 3, Mario Kart, GoldenEye. I would just play kind of like a weird, or whatever we had, I would try and play. So the games are gonna have to be Mario Party 3, Mario Kart on the Wii, as well as Mario Kart on N64, Jak and Daxter, Jak 2, Kingdom Hearts. and Dance Dance Revolution. Extreme too. That's gonna be my final answer. I'm gonna lock that in. What is my biggest fear or phobia? Oh, you want to get like deep into this, huh? I have a huge fear of death. I have a huge fear of abandonment. Yeah, death and abandonment. But I have a lot of weird subphobias, like the submechanophobia, whatever. The underside of boats. And like sunken ships. Disgusting. I also have a fear of like deep, dark water. I have a fear of falling. That's why I don't like roller coasters. I don't like that feeling of falling. When you're on a plane and they drop a little bit, I'm like, no. Give me my refund. Like, so that's another thing. But yeah, death is probably my biggest one. I do not handle death well. I was just crying about my cat that passed 5 years ago. Just thinking about him, I cry. Also ghosts, demons, aliens, and yes, I believe in ghosts, and I believe in spirits, I believe in aliens, I believe in a lot of stuff, so I'm afraid of whatever I believe in, so that's also gonna be my answer for that. Do I have any pets? I'm glad you asked. Let me present to you Miko and Dennis. So this is Dennis, this is my little bunny rabbit, she's actually licking me right now. This is my little bunny. She's a hot toad. She's a beautiful girl. She's very sweet. She loves food. She's a big fat rabbit. You like fat rabbit? You like eating the fat rabbit? I sing to her sometimes. I make her songs. Oh, she's hiding. That's Dennis. Dennis, please, Dennis, no. Dennis, get back here. Dennis, away from the wires, please. I had her in my arms, it's okay. This is Miko. He's a kitty cat. He's a little Bengal, so that's Miko. He may or may not spend the rest of the video here with me, depending on what he wants to do. I don't think he wants to be here. So those are my two pets, Miko and Dennis. They both have very different personalities, yet they're both surprisingly sassy, and I don't know how I got so lucky. This is also one of the most loving cats, yet so annoying. He's also very loud and sounds like a baby. Right, Miko? How did you come up with your YouTube username? This is actually pretty funny because it was actually a childhood nickname, but my entire family is Polish. They're very Polish, and it was kind of like baby talk. What I believe to be baby talk, so instead of like Vicky or Viki, it would be like VKunia, like they would be like, oh, little VKunia, you know, like a little cutesy way of saying that. So that's kind of how I came up with my username. It was always like a nickname that my parents gave me, and it was like cutesy, so that's kind of it stuck, and I liked it. It was unique to me, so that's how I came up with the username. Do you play any instruments or sports? I grew up playing volleyball, I grew up skiing, I love swimming, I love all sports. For someone who has so I have asthma and I have very bad lungs, I love sports. I love outdoor activities. I love hiking. I like whitewater rafting. I like kayaking. I love being in water. I love the beach. Volleyball has my heart. Skiing has my heart. Those are probably my two favorite sports. I hate golf and I hate basketball. I'm very bad at both, and I don't know why. Like, I'm okay at every other sport, but those two are just, no. Instruments. No. I used to draw a lot though. I love art, but no, I played no instruments. My brother and my dad both do though. They're very, very talented, and then I got left with nothing. So that's where I'm at. What was my passion growing up? I'd go with drawing. I was not a good artist growing up. At least I don't think I was, I don't know. But I developed a lot of the skills. So I do like art. I love drawing with charcoal. I loved charcoal. It was like my favorite thing. I liked pastels. I liked chalk pastels. I liked pencil work. So that's kind of what I did, and I kind of want to get back into it now. Another passion, I'd say, I like playing video games. I loved the PS2. I loved the Wii. I loved my N64. So I'd say those are my passions. I don't know. When you're a child, you don't really have passions or anything. So that was that. What's my favorite anime of all time? You guys are gonna rip my head off. Okay. The anime that really influenced me growing up was Naruto. Like, big time. Like, I was obsessed. everything Naruto, everything. Sailor Moon, are you kidding me? I love Dragon Ball Z growing up. Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, which I recently just rewatched Inuyasha, and I'm actually watching Yashahime as well. Naruto and Sailor Moon, those were the two favorites for me. And then I liked a lot of 90s anime, so there's so many, and there's a lot that I can't even name because I genuinely don't remember their names, but that's what I liked. Naruto, final answer. Don't hate me. Do you have any tips or advice if somebody wants to do YouTube? Yeah, if you want to do it, do it. You just need to focus on what it is that you want to do, what kind of content you want to do, and you really have to pay attention to, it's really important how you do the content and how you do, like if you want to do the camera work, that's super important. You have to learn the lighting, you have to learn how your mic works, how the camera works, you have to figure out all the programs on the computer. Step 1, decide what you want to do with YouTube. What is the content that you have decided on? 2, make a plan how exactly you want to do it and how you're going to execute it. And then 3, execute. You do it. You go ahead and you try to do it, and you keep trying and you don't give up, because you know what? When you start out, you're gonna get like 0 views. You're gonna get no views. No one's gonna watch your stuff because you're not out there yet. But once you start getting yourself out there, it makes all the difference. And also spread your content across different platforms. So you know what? Maybe you'll get lucky on a different platform and you can spread it to somewhere else. Those are my biggest tips for someone who wants to do YouTube. If you had a certain goal, such as 100K or 1 million, where would you want to go on vacation? I feel like that's 2 separate questions. I'm gonna answer them together. I think my short term at the moment, and short term being within like for the next like 12 months, hopefully getting to 100K. I do foresee it. I do think we're going to get there, and I'm extremely hopeful. I want to see if we can get to to 500K. That is my long-term goal. 500K is my long-term, and just let's see how far we can go if we can just keep going. That sounds like an amazing idea. And for vacation, oh honey, I love traveling. All I think about and daydream about is traveling to new places. I want to see the world. I really, really do. Where would I want to go? Okay, I'm gonna list off some of them. Japan, Greece, Russia, China. Maybe I should like decide on more specific places. I don't really know. I really want to go to Hawaii. I would love to see the volcanoes. I would love to see the Greek islands. They're beautiful. I would love to see Athens. I hear mixed things about Athens, but I've always wanted to see it. I really would love to see the history behind it. I would love to see Rome. Again, I love history, so I would love to see all of that. Japan has such a beautiful culture, and I feel like it's not like anywhere else in the world. I feel like the island of Japan has such a different ecosystem compared to everywhere that's the surrounding areas, that I would just love to see it. I love to see the culture. I would love to meet the people. And a big thing that I would love to see around the world is culture. That's a big reason why I would want to go to China, or I would want to go to Russia. I want to see different cultures. I guess I just want the basic touristy things, you know? So that's my answer, where I would want to travel if I hit 100K or 1 million, I guess. What's my favorite movie? Oh my gosh. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind has always had my heart. I fell in love with that movie. I've watched it at least a dozen times, and I feel like I always find something different. The acting is phenomenal. The actors do a wonderful time. The storyline when you first watch it is extremely confusing, but it's so beautiful. It's a masterpiece to me. I liked The Day After Tomorrow. The Day After Tomorrow is a movie that I've also watched many, many times. It's actually a film that made me really want to get into weather and climatology. I have always been kind of a science nerd, and the Earth has been something that has always been super important to me. Although there was a lot of The Day After Tomorrow that obviously very dramatized and very stretched, it shows that, the moral of the story is if we don't take care of our home, there are impacts, there are repercussions that happen, whether it be more severe weather storms, more severe just climate changing. And it was very heartbreaking to see, because I don't know, I'm a big environmentalist, I'm a big science geek when it comes to all weather and climate, so that movie very much so influenced my decision on what I wanted to study in college, because I'm very passionate about the whole topic. Can you think of a movie that you don't like but find a majority of people do? Yeah, actually, I reacted to it, and you guys are gonna hate me, but I really did not like Fight Club. That movie induced an actual anxiety attack for me. I was very panicked after that film. I don't know what it was about Fight Club, but it angered me and I didn't like it. And don't hate me for it. This is my opinion. This is my own response to it, but I really did not like it. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. Cat or dog? It's hard to pick an animal to favorite, because when you love all animals, and I'm a big animal person, but I have this little creature with me, and I've always had cats. Cats just match with my personality better, so I'm gonna have to reluctantly say cats. Right, Mikush? You give me licks? Thank you, baby. I feel really bonded with cats, and yes, I'm wiping his spit back onto his fur. Why did you study atmospheric science? Ooh, okay. So ever since I was younger, I was obsessed with weather. I was so fascinated by thunderstorms. I was fascinated by the sky. I would always stare up at the sky when I was done with sports or whatever. I was mesmerized. It was beautiful. It was breathtaking. Clouds, just everything about it was a painting to me. I just fell in love with it. I was actually going to do meteorology. I was going to go into the Air Force, and I was going to hopefully do meteorology, but the thing is I have heart and lung issues, so they were like, we don't want you. Not gonna happen. You know, I wouldn't be able to pass the physical. So I figured, okay, let me do meteorology in college. And then I saw you had to get up to Calc 4, and I was like, atmospheric science for me. So I did atmospheric science because in the end, atmospheric science focuses more on climate and weather mixed together rather than just solely weather and overall composition of the atmosphere. So it just stuck with me for the rest of my life. You know, the rest of my life, when I'm like 80, it just stuck with me. And I'm always going to find fascination with it. I'm always going to find it as a passion for me. Holy moly, how long have we been on this? Because we just finished all of our questions. Okay, so the thing is, I had a lot of questions asked to me. We actually have a Discord channel which these questions were asked in, and I picked the ones that were voted the most and the ones that really resonated with me. So I picked those to answer, and I just want to say thank you to those of you who participated and for asking these awesome questions. You really made me like reflect on myself a lot more, and thank you guys. I do want to do more Q&As. I find that it's a lot more fun for you guys to get to know me, and like I can get to know you guys a bit more. So I do want to do more Q&As, so you should totally join the Discord. We have a Discord. I will be putting the link to the Discord down below in the description, and I do want to hear questions from you guys. So we're gonna have like a little channel with questions, and you guys are gonna put your own questions in there, and for future Q&A videos we are going to be answering those. Me I'm gonna answer those. But thank you guys for watching. I can't believe that we're almost at 60k, and I can't say anything other than how thankful I am. And thank you guys, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, because you guys are making my dream come true. I feel like I'm actually happy with doing what I'm doing, and you guys are making that possible for me, and I can only say thank you. So thank you guys, and I hope to see you in the Discord, and I also hope to see you guys in the comments. I love to see what you guys say. I'm super excited. I'm super nervous because I want to do more videos this time, so let me know what you guys would think about more maybe vlogs or stuff like that alongside reactions. So we'll see how that goes. Again, guys, thank you. This is me. This is my life. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Bye, everyone.